Hello, my name is Marco. I am from Italy, from a small town near Rome. It is a quiet place with old buildings, narrow streets, and friendly people. I have lived here all my life, but I have always had a big dream. I want to study in London. London is a famous city with beautiful landmarks like Big Ben, the Tower Bridge, and Buckingham Palace. But for me, it is more than just a place to visit. I want to go there to study, improve my English, and have new experiences. I imagine myself walking through the busy streets, drinking tea in a cafe, and meeting people from different countries. Every day, I dream about London. But there is one problem: my parents. Family conflict. One evening, I sit with my parents at the dinner table. I take a deep breath and say, "Mum, Dad, I want to talk to you." They look at me. My father puts down his fork. "What is it, Marco?" I feel my heart beating fast. "I want to study in London. I want to go next year." There is silence. My mother looks worried. "London? But Marco, it is so far away. You have everything here, your family, your friends. Why do you want to leave?" I try to explain. "I want to learn English better. I want to see the world, to grow. This is my dream." My father frowns. "It's not safe. London is a big city. What if something happens to you?" I understand their fear, but I feel ready. I promise to be careful. "I will call you every day." They look at each other. My mother sighs. "We love you, Marco. We just want you to be safe." My father nods. "We need some time to think." I feel hopeful. They didn't say no. That night I lie in bed, staring at the ceiling. I know it will be difficult, but I am ready to fight for my dream. Planning the trip. The next day, I tell my best friend Luca about my plan. We have been friends since childhood. He listens carefully and then smiles. "Marco, I want to go too." I can't believe it. "Really?" He nods. "Yes, it will be an adventure." Together, we start planning. First, we need passports. We go to the office and fill out the forms. When we receive them, we feel excited. It's real now. Next, we search for flights. After days of checking prices, we finally buy 2 tickets to London. We're going to fly for the first time, Luca says. We also look for a place to stay. We find a small apartment near our new school. It's not big, but it's perfect for us. My parents are still worried, but they support me. On the night before my flight, my mother hugs me tightly. "Be careful, Marco. Promise me." I promise, Mom. I look around my room one last time. Tomorrow, my life will change forever. Journey to the new country. At the airport, my parents and Luca's family say goodbye. My mother's eyes are full of tears. "Call me when you land," she says. "I will," I promise. Luca and I check in our bags and go through security. The airport is huge, full of people speaking different languages. I feel nervous, but excited. On the plane, I sit by the window. As the plane takes off, I watch my country get smaller and smaller. My heart races. I am really leaving. A few hours into the flight, the plane shakes. Turbulence. My hands grip the armrest. Luca looks at me. "It's okay," he says. We take deep breaths and stay calm. Finally, we see the lights of London. The plane lands smoothly. We are here. Our adventure begins. Exploring the city and first challenge. London is everything I imagined. Big, busy, full of life. Red buses, black taxis, tall buildings. Our apartment is small, but cozy. The next morning, we wake up early. Our first stop is Big Ben. We take pictures, feeling like real tourists. Then, we go to the London Eye. From the top, the city looks endless. Later, we decide to walk back, but after a while, we realize we are lost. The streets look unfamiliar. I check my phone, but the battery is dead. Luca looks nervous. What do we do? I see a woman walking by. I take a deep breath. Excuse me, can you help us? She smiles. Of course. Where do you need to go? She shows us the way, and soon we find our apartment. We laugh, but we also learn an important lesson. Always have a map. Losing important items. The next day, something worse happens. Luca's bag is missing. Inside are his passport and wallet. His face turns pale. Marco, what do we do? We search everywhere, the cafe, the park, the bus stop. Nothing. Panic sets in. Let's go to the police. At the police station, an officer takes our report. We will try to find it, but it may take time, he says. Luca looks defeated. What if we never find it? I put a hand on his shoulder. We will figure it out. That night, we sit in silence. London suddenly feels bigger and scarier. An accident happens. A week later, Luca suggests, let's go biking in Hyde Park. It's a sunny day, and for a moment, we forget our worries. But then, disaster. Luca turns his head to talk to me, not seeing a rock on the path. His bike hits it, and he falls hard. Luca! I jump off my bike and run to him. He groans in pain, holding his leg. People gather around. Someone calls an ambulance. At the hospital, the doctor tells me, his leg is broken. He needs surgery. Luca looks at me. Marco, I'm scared. I squeeze his hand. I'm here. You'll be okay. Recovery and resolution. Luca stays in the hospital for a week. I visit him every day, bringing food and books. Slowly, he gets better. One morning, we get a call. The police found your bag. Luca's face lights up. Really? We rush to the station. The officer hands Luca his bag. Everything is inside, he says. Luca hugs it. I can't believe it. Soon, his leg heals, and we prepare for school. On the first day, we walk in, nervous but excited. We meet new friends, and for the first time, London truly feels like home. That night, as we sit in our apartment, Luca smiles. We made it, Marco. I nod. Yes, and this is just the beginning. London, our new home, our new adventure. Final thoughts. Moving to London was the biggest change in my life. It was not easy. I had to leave my family, face new challenges, and learn to live in a different country. But every challenge made me stronger. Now I feel more confident. My English is better, and I have new friends from all over the world. London is not just a city to me anymore. It is my second home. If you have a dream, don't be afraid to follow it. It may be difficult, but it will change your life in ways you never imagined. This is just the beginning of my journey. What about you? What is your dream? If you enjoyed this story, watch more Level 1 and Level 2 stories on this channel. Keep practicing, keep learning, and keep dreaming.